Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Kensei or Akinci. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to say Akinci since it's what everyone I talk to calls him. Akinci recently got buffed, which made him even better than he was before. Akinci has good range and is a heavy hitter with a few tricks that can make him even deeper than what most people think. Anyways, this video will be broken down into 3 parts: offense, defense, and how to fight against the character. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So starting off with offense, I want to talk about what we've all seen Akinci players do, and that's use his overhead unblockable. So if the final attack in your string is going to be an overhead heavy, it will be an unblockable. Now at lower levels, this is very useful since a lot of the newer players don't know how to avoid it yet. But if you're fighting against someone more experienced, then it will probably get dodged away from or even parried. Now this move can also be cancelled into an uninterruptible heavy. So during the startup of the unblockable, you can switch your stance to the left or right and a new heavy will come out. This move is useful against opponents who try to poke you out of your heavies, since it is uninterruptible as I said, and can keep your opponents guessing. I should also mention that his overhead unblockable can be started on a whiff as well, just in case you might need it. Next up, I want to talk about the reason I immediately started making this guide, and that's his dashing attacks. So shout out to Seagoing6 for abusing me with these moves when we were playing together. So his dashing attacks are light attacks that you perform while dashing to the left or the right. They also have great range and even pull you a little closer to your opponent, letting you strike them from further than you think you could. If you're fighting against an opponent who's not too good at defense, you can easily land this attack on them and combo into it if you want. It also avoids most attacks in the game. I've seen a few Kenshis win fights using just this move alone, but as I said, after fighting it a few times, you get used to it. He can also dash forward and do a light attack as well, but this is a lot more predictable as it lands overhead, but if you do manage to land it, you can begin a string from it. Next I want to talk about his guard breaks. So Akinci can dash in and guard break. Is useful for opponents who turtle up and expect you to use his dashing light. Also from his guard break, you can throw your opponent and follow it up with an unblockable. I should also mention that his throw causes stun, so you can mix up from that as well. Now onto his defense. He doesn't really have any true defensive moves other than his dashes, but if your opponent is bearing down on you, I recommend keeping a good distance from him, playing a touch and go style. His range can't be beat by anyone other than the Bushi and possibly the new characters that come out when the game is dropped. Anyways, use that range and play the neutral game, frustrating your opponents with your dodges, mixing between his dash and guard break and overhead light. Learning how to parry with him is also useful since it opens your opponent up for your heavy damage combos. So fighting against him is either going to be pretty easy or extremely tough depending on how experienced your opponent is. So if you're fighting against Akinci, always be ready to roll away, since the last unblockable does insane damage on hit. If you're in the neutral game, instead of letting him mix you up, get up on him and keep the pressure on. Now if you're facing Akinci that tries to abuse his side dash, just take your time and remember to block the opposite way he's dashing in. If you take your time, it's not too bad. It's not even that fast, but it's annoying to fight against at first. Other than that, you don't really have too much to look out for since he doesn't have, a wide moveset. And that's it for this guide. Leave a like if you found the video helpful or if you learned something new. And if you didn't like it or you didn't find anything helpful and thought you just wasted a few minutes of your life, leave a like anyways and tell me why you didn't like it. And before I wrap this video up, I just want to bring up a quick issue. There's this dude re-uploading my videos and blurring out the watermark and passing it off as his own. Now of course, as you can imagine, this honestly upset me. It's not just my content either, it's a few other Firana YouTubers he's taken as well. So if you made it this far in the video and want to help me out, please head over to his channel and report it, because hopefully it'll get taken down. And now I'm done. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video, and thank you for all the support. I know I say it a lot, but I really do mean it. Anyways, politely click on that circle to sub and check out one of those previous videos. And if you want, go to that dude's channel and dislike all his videos and leave a comment there if you want.